I didn't know that I had an addiction. I thought it was just, a thing that I was just doing here and there, and I didn't want to accept it. But finally, my wife pointed it out, and I kind of drug her down this path a little bit too. So that's another story. So I wanted it bad. I wanted it really, really bad. That's the truth. And I began to find ways. I started watching videos. Of course, as I said, I was reading the Bible and praying. I started watching videos. I remember watching Napoleon Hill and Earl Nightingale. And of course, reading the Bible and meditating, I started memorizing scripture. So I started learning about affirmations. But electronic affirmations is what I was talking about before I disrupted myself, where I was actually recording myself. I call it electronic affirmations. So I was doing all of these things and hoping for something to stick is what I was thinking, right? But I knew that I wanted it. I knew that I wanted to stop problem gambling. Or that I was going to, or that I had to. So all of these things, I started keeping a little bit of a journey, a track. My progress. I started making videos. I've got over 700 videos here on YouTube. I had another channel that got shut down. So I believe I lost videos. I lost videos through that channel too. But my point is that I started doing all of these things, experimenting with videos, creating videos, writing, doing the affirmations, and then talking to myself in front of the mirror, right? I would get in front of the mirror and I would talk to myself. I remember I kind of felt a little strange doing that. I didn't really believe in myself, but I was doing these things trusting that it would be the answer. And I remember this went on, I've been doing this for a while, but I got really serious probably towards the middle of last year. I got really serious with doing I think towards the middle of last year. I mean, I was already doing well. I was already doing very well, but even when you're striving to change your life, you're going to fall. You're going to fall a couple times. And so I just kept going. I would pick myself up, and then I would dust myself off, and I would get in front of the mirror. I remember even in the casino, this is strange, even in the casinos, I would be talking to myself. And I'm telling you that all of these things, somehow, some way, what I was doing convinced myself to believe that I could actually win over this gambling habit. And I started getting belief. And when I started getting the belief, I just started bringing even more. I would do more, whatever I was doing, I just brought it on. And next it's like the temptation wasn't as strong. The trigger wasn't as strong anymore. I just started really experiencing some really, really neat mind shifts inside my head. And I'm like, wow, I couldn't believe that. I thought it was, I really did. Because I grew up in fear. I didn't care to study. I didn't care to do any extra curriculum activities. I was a very kind of a boring individual. And I wanted to hang. I was very promiscuous. I was just not a drinker, and just doing the wrong things, man. Doing all the wrong things. And when I began to realize that all of these things, these life hacks that I was using on myself, that they were tools, that they were an education, I started thinking, man, well, I can teach people this. I can share this with other people. I can be a teacher. We're all teachers. We're either a good teacher or a bad teacher. So that's really what happened. And I kind of racked my brain for a little bit because I was thinking, man, how in the world am I going to share with people what I've done to myself? Because I didn't even realize, well, what was it? Was it the videos? Was it Earl Nightingale? Was it Dr. Maxwell Maltz? Was it working on getting a vision? It was just a combination of all of these things, writing. I would do a lot of writing, and I would write about my circumstances. I would write about situations that I wanted to handle differently. I would actually write those situations out in my journal, and then I would read it. And I would do that over and over about many different things, And it just became a prophecy. It's almost like I designed the life that I'm living. Well, in reality, I have designed the life that I'm living today because this is what I wanted. There's more. There's more. And there's a lot of things that I need to work on because I've caused a lot of damage from the losses and the time, all the time that you give to these casinos. Not just money, but the time. The hours that you could be focusing on other things or spending it with your family or generating income to pay the bills. Or giving, of charity, giving yourself, going and visiting a homeless shelter or, old folks home or, something that you would truly enjoy giving back to your community. So today, a lot of this I teach, I've got it down. It's more like a system today. There's really like 4 steps. Between 4 to 5 steps to really get this plan working in your life. I talk about this in the Problem Gambling Breakthrough Academy. I talk about this in some of my videos. If there's a lot of videos that I have. And I also, this is kind of my foundation when it comes to coaching. Number 1, you have to want it. Number 2, you got to get a vision. You got to build a vision. Number 3, you got to set a plan. Number 4, you have to work that plan. You have to execute it. And maybe step number 5, you analyze, you improvise, you adapt, because as you grow, as you change, people come into your life, some things don't work, it's just the way it is. But the point with all of this is that if your mind is made up, you're going to keep going. You're going to keep going. My friend, if I can help you in some way, look at this. I didn't expect this video to be 15 minutes. If I can help you in some way, connect with Santos. I'm here in Stockton, California. You can call me 209-336-3184. Don't be afraid. Maybe the 30, 40 minutes that I give you over the phone might be enough to carry you to the next level. I don't know, possibly. But I'll tell you what, if you want to take me on as your coach, I'm going to do everything in my power to help you achieve your goal, my friend. That's my commitment to you, to be on time, be with you, help you, and we'll go forward, man. We'll go forward. We'll get you to that freedom stage. We'll get you to that state. We'll get you to that place where you feel free, where you're not hiding anymore. You're facing depression head on. And you're able to function, man, in society, in your home, in your family like you want to, my friend. Peace through strength, soldier of self-mastery out. I will see you at the top on the inside on my very next one. Make every day super fantastic, terrific, over the top in spite of and because of...